Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a value dense video for you here where we're going to go very in depth on how we help founders scale without stress. Now, if you're an agency owner, coach, consultant, or an online founder that's doing between $25,000 to $300,000 per month, this video is for you. You probably found this video through a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, TikTok ad, somewhere on social media. So we're just getting to know each other. My name is Sandi, and I've scaled many brands to $300,000 and beyond for myself as well as my clients. I've, over the last decade, spent over $10 million on Facebook ads, as well as closed over 7 figures personally over the phone, not including managing sales teams as well. What I found over the last decade in business is that entrepreneurs, founders aren't stuck because they're missing tactics. They're stuck because what got them to the level they're at is not what's going to get them to the next level. Now, I have plenty to share with you, but before we jump in, make sure to take a look at my Instagram at Sandi Boss Life. I share a ton of value there. I also post all of my results from clients, my own brands. You can see results backing all the way to 2000. Of course, all results mentioned in this video are from real clients, but they are not guaranteed. Your outcomes do depend on many factors, including your business, market, key decisions, your effort, as well as execution on your part. This is not a financial advice or legal advice. 2018. So when it comes to e-commerce, ad spend, so you can see, all different types of campaigns. I've ran app install campaigns, high ticket lead generation. I've run coaching. I've run really everything you could think of, affiliate marketing. I've really done a little bit of everything. So I know what it takes to scale a brand and bring more leads in, bring more sales in. But unfortunately, that's not the answer, the only answer, if you are looking to scale, because it's not just about scaling, it's about scaling without stress. So there are constraints that we must address before we actually scale, right? So you can take a look at this. I also have my book here that I launched a few years ago. This was pre-AI. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I have a new book coming out as well soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then I also have just tons of value you can take a look at. You can scroll through and see how long I've been doing this for. So some places I've been. So there's a lot of value on this Instagram. I highly suggest taking a look at it, following me, and staying in the loop. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to go through. I got a little presentation here for you. So I have tons of value to share with you here, and yeah, let's jump in. All right, guys, so let's jump into this presentation. I'm going to be reviewing with you how we help founders scale without stress. Now, we do this by upgrading the way they operate, the way they handle pressure, the way they think, and the way they lead. Now, what we'll be covering is how I've scaled brands, mine as well as clients, to 300K plus a month, how founders unlocked clarity, team flow, and personal peace. Because no matter how much money you make, if you don't have peace, it's not worth it. Nothing will ever be worth losing your peace. The 3 signals every scaling founder must master if you want to scale without stress. Why hitting 50K to 100K plus months sounds amazing. Can even feel amazing at first. But oftentimes it feels worse once it sits in, once you realize what that really means, and it doesn't feel better. But we can help you fix that so it does feel better and you can get to the next revenue goal after that. And we'll also break down what Unlock Founders is, how we do help you. If you want to skip all of this, you're already on this page. All you would do, if you feel this is for you, is click apply and book a call. Now, remember, this is only for people that are doing at least $25,000 a month with a proven offer, and they have demand. So you're looking to get to that next level of scale while removing the stress, removing the pressure, making decisions faster, leading your team better, and experiencing what we're all looking for, not just more money, but peace. So if that's you, you already know that's you, anywhere between $25,000 to $300,000 a month or more, click the button, apply, book a call. You're going to fill out an application, fill it out honestly, and book your call. And when you do book, then we will send you directly our pricing and program structure so we can make sure that you figure out exactly what the best fit for you is to work with Unlock Founders. So if you feel it is for you already, click that and you can skip the video. But for everybody else, let's jump back in. Now, again, this program, Unlock Founders, this is for founders who are stuck in scale chaos, or for founders that want to avoid it. Maybe you just took on a bunch of revenue, you're scaling for the first time, and you want help seeing the things that you haven't experienced before, that we've done dozens and hundreds of times, right? So the more you can reduce the mistakes you make, you're always going to have to fail and learn from those mistakes, but the more that you can reduce those failures and make it higher level failures, the faster that you'll go. So this is for, again, online founders. I've helped creators, I've helped SaaS founders, but it's also for agency owners, coaches, consultants, anyone that's stuck at $25,000 to $300,000 a month, and not just stuck, but with mounting pressure, right? So if you're just, you're making a bunch of money and you're cool with that amount of money you're making, you're stress-free, you're at peace, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you want to know, how do I get to that next level? Maybe you're doing $100,000 a month. You want to get to 300,000, 500,000 or more. And you don't know how to do that without stress. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to help you with, right? So it's for people that are bottlenecked by your team, your operations, your thinking. Maybe you're drowning underwater. I've dealt with so many different high stress environments, legal pressure, client pressure, financial pressure, family pressure. You name it, I've experienced it. I can help you think through it. I can help you find the best move on the chessboard, because there's always the best move if you have the clarity to have and the awareness to find it. Now, this is also for people who are scaling fast, but you're finding out that you're feeling less free the more you scale. Every dollar you take on isn't feeling better. It's feeling heavier. And maybe you've tried other programs, more ads, try to make more money. Maybe that'll fix it. New hires. Maybe someone else can handle this pressure for me. New partners. Maybe if I bring on somebody else, give them some equity, maybe they can fix my problems. And another thing that I don't have on this page right now, but maybe you've tried vacations. Maybe you've tried retreats, but I promise you, retreating, vacations, more rest, that doesn't solve the problem. The only thing that fixes a problem is fixing the problem. You aren't burnt out. You just have too many unfinished decisions floating in the air that need an answer right now. And in some cases, maybe you've turned to drugs to help cope with the pressure, with the insane amount of information that's in your mind, to try to streamline it. But in most cases, drugs will only create more distractions and make it harder for you to see the signals in your business. It almost misfires the signals. So what should scream as ultra importance to you may not seem as important as it should be. Now, who am I? And some proof of, what I've done. So again, my name's Anthony Sandi. I spoke about myself a little bit already. I've scaled many brands to over $300,000 a month, cash collected. I've personally closed over 7 figures over the phone. Some Zoom, some phone. I don't do Zoom anymore. Very rarely do I do Zoom. It's just not scalable. We could talk about that in the program. And I've had over a decade in this game of making mistakes, learning from them, pushing forward. And I've gone through massive wins and massive breakdowns. I know what you're experiencing. I know the pressure. I know the stress that you're experiencing, and I can help you. I've built teams. I've fixed operations, and I've rewired many founders' minds to help them think about the pressure that they're handling differently, to help them strategize differently, to see the signals that really matter. And I've helped many clients double their revenue while working less and thinking clear. I've done this again and again and again. More than double their revenue. So you can see, I've traveled a bit. I've seen some cool stuff. I've got some plaques. At the end of the day, all that really matters isn't this stuff. This stuff is nice. It's nice to have these experiences, but all that matters at the end of the day is, do you have peace? That's all that matters. It's not about balance. It's about peace. So let's move on. Now, here are a few reasons why you're stuck, even though you're doing well, and why it's not your fault. And this is what's keeping you between $25,000 to $300,000 a month, which looks amazing, but you're stressed, under pressure, and drowning. Now, these are just a few reasons. I can talk for days about all of the things I've seen and help founders do. Here are some of the key factors that I've seen founders experience again and again when they are trying to scale to the next level. So one, they are having meeting after meeting with no decisions. They're drowning in decisions while carrying the full weight of the business. Meetings aren't meaningless if there's no decision at the end of it. Having a meeting just to talk to somebody, to feel better, to feel like someone's hearing you, is not solving a problem. A lot of these meetings are vanity meetings. There's no clear decision being made at the end of it. It's a huge problem. And it's from primarily the founder not having the clarity to make a decision. And that leads me to the next point. Their mind is scattered. They're missing key signals in their business, their family, relationships, their health. It's not just about business. I learned this in wrestling. My coach always said to me, if I wanted to be a great wrestler, it's not just being a good wrestler or practicing wrestling or lifting weights or being in shape and conditioning. These are factors, but my relationships need to be on point. My family relationships, my relationship with my girlfriend needed to be on point at the time. Friends, everything, my grades. If I have bad grades, that's in my mental real estate. If I have a fight with my girlfriend, I might lose my match just because I had a fight with my girlfriend. Is that worth it? Not to say you shouldn't have a relationship, but I need to have that resolved or else it's going to scatter my mind. And I always like to talk about mental real estate, and I guard my mental real estate very strictly. It takes a lot for someone to get into my mental real estate. Next, founders are typically stuck in what I call the pressure profit loop. It's where pressure stacks with every new dollar that they bring on, but the revenue needs to keep coming. Because if they pause, they won't be able to meet payroll. They won't be able to pay for tools. They won't be able to live. So they have to keep bringing on new revenue. But every time they do, it creates more pressure, more stress, more decisions that haven't been decided yet. It's a vicious cycle, and I've experienced it and solved it. You are also stuck in the illusion of delegation. Everyone thinks that delegating is just it's not the answer. They think it's the answer, but it's just not. They are running from work that they should be doing themselves, or they simply just don't know who is supposed to actually be doing that task. Everyone has their specific roles. Not everyone's meant to do every single task. Some tasks are so high level that you as the founder must do it because it is key for the business and it cannot have any errors. So they're delegating tasks, not outcomes, and then everything ends up running through them anyway. Because if you don't delegate properly and the task isn't done properly because you didn't give a clear outcome, it ends up being in your hands anyway. Not only is it in your hands, it's slower. And problems that haven't been solved just become bigger and bigger and bigger problems. So we must solve problems and solve them quickly before we go on to new problems. Now, a big one is that this isn't what you as a founder expected. Maybe you had this idea that being an entrepreneur, being a founder is just like sunshine and rainbows. It's difficult. That's the reason why most people don't do it. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It's very, very possible. You're just going to upgrade the way that you think. Your success ends up feeling more like a cage than the freedom you meant for it to create. And unfortunately, nobody around you understands. This is because they haven't experienced it themselves. Family, friends, even partners. It's very difficult to help somebody understand the pressure that you are experiencing. Most people around you will be like, oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo you that is making all this money. If I was making that much money, I would be able to handle anything. It's easy from the outside to think this way, and it's expected. But it can feel lonely. It can feel like nobody understands, or like there's nobody that's gone through it. But I promise you, there's nothing you're experiencing that doesn't have a solution that we can't help you find. Now, I see entrepreneurs and founders think that tactics are the answer. They need more strategies. The latest Facebook strategy, the latest content strategy. That's not the answer. They can help in some cases, but that's just not the answer. You don't need another system. What you need is to upgrade the way that you think, the way that you operate, and the way that you lead and handle pressure. This is what matters at scale. And then you can implement tactics. We know tons of tactics. I can help you with tactics on Facebook ads, sales, operations, systems, content, whatever. But none of that matters if you don't know how to think, if you don't know how to identify what is the signals in your business, in your life, in your health, in your relationships, in your family. Because if you don't know how to identify signals, there's literally a million things you can do every single day. There's only 3 to 5 things that really matter. And your ability to identify those 3 to 5 things is what's going to determine your success in your business as you scale, and determine how much stress and pressure that you experience as a founder. So founders who scale without stress don't just work harder, they upgrade how they think, operate, lead, and handle pressure. All right, guys. Now, in Unlock Founders, this isn't therapy, all right? We don't just hand you a massive content library. We hand you specific playbooks and resources to help you lead, make decisions faster, handle pressure, and upgrade the way that you think and operate. So what we have for you is the Unlocked Signal OS. This playbook will show you the operating system for founders scaling under pressure so you can make clear decisions, cut through the noise, and stop drowning in complexity. Next is the Unlocked Pressure Protocol. This shows you how to lead, scale, perform when everything and everyone around you relies on you without you burning out or breaking. Next is the Unlocked Clean Ops. So this shows you how to streamline your operations to run without you, reduce overhead, more profit, increase clarity, and finally stop being the bottleneck of your business. Next is the Unlocked Delegation Engine. This will show you how to build a team that owns outcomes, not just tasks. You'll learn what to delegate when and to whom, and stop redoing everyone's work. Unlocked Closing Engine. This will show you how we close high ticket sales with low pressure. I'm 100% against high pressure sales. It is not about forcing a sale. It's about identifying key factors in that sales call, asking the right questions. And we show you how to do this so it becomes a no-brainer for your client to join you. Next, we have the unlocked client signal. This is a roadmap that will show you our paid acquisition strategies that will attract only signal rich buyers. So this will allow you to scale Facebook ads seamlessly. It's not about the fanciest strategy. That's not what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you core principles so you can scale, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, with ease, regardless of your fancy Facebook strategy, fancy setup. Next is your unlocked demand ecosystem. This will show you how to create content that will rewire your market's belief, and it will position you as the only solution and brainwash them into only seeing you and knowing you and believing you are the solution to their problem. And this all happens before you ever speak to them. Next is the unlocked decision matrix. This is a system that will help you make decisions faster, with confidence, with data, no emotion, no noise. It cuts straight through all of that and gives you the direct answers so you can make decisions faster. Now, it still takes thinking, but you will get to that decision quicker. Instead of taking weeks or even days to make a decision, you can make decisions on the spot, quickly and accurately. Next is unlocked growth windows. So this explains how you can see the signals in your business, knowing when to hit the gas, when to pull back, when to pause, to be able to understand the stage that your business is in, so you can capitalize the most on that stage. And then the last one is the unlocked founder identity. This will show you how to build your mindset, behaviors, and internal identity of a founder who leads a multi-million-dollar a year business without stress, without feeling it's collapsing every morning, without being scared to wake up in the morning, without needing drugs, without needing a retreat, without needing a vacation, without breaking down. So these resources are here for you to upgrade the way you think, lead, operate, and handle pressure. This isn't just some basic coaching, therapy. This isn't fluff. This is straight to the point, what you need to become the person who deserves the revenue that you want to make stress-free. So now we're going to review the structure of Unlocked Founders so you can understand how the program works. Now, this is a 9-week founders room, right? So this is a cohort style program. This will give you a full founder operating system, including growth tools, systems, and strategies to simplify, delegate, and scale without stress. Or we'll be going over a new topic every single week. You'll have all of these resources. You'll have a weekly reset and refocus founder call. This will be on Zoom as a group. So you'll be able to meet and connect with other high-level founders. So that will give you that community of killer founders, because we're only taking on high-level people doing at least $25,000 a month and beyond. You'll have one-on-one strategic advising. You'll speak to me one-on-one. I'll help you find the signals in your business. I'll help you change the way that you think and upgrade how you handle pressure, lead, and remove that stress and feel peace again. You get lifetime access to all of these resources, lifetime access to the community. During these 9 weeks, you'll have direct support from myself for 9 weeks. I am taking you through a journey to upgrade yourself as a founder. And I'm giving you everything that I've learned through my entire this last decade of ups and downs to make sure you come out on the other side a brand new person that is unrecognizable from week 1. Even after the 9 weeks, you continue to get ongoing support. We don't just leave you high and dry. This is a process that takes time to grow, time to really become who you want to be. And we are here to support you the entire way. And then as a bonus, you will also get the Unlocked Time system. This is a system I've developed to slow down time. Time is an illusion. I'm sure you've heard this many times, but it's no joke. It's real. And I have found ways to slow down time or speed up time at will. And I will show you how I do this. This will remove that saying where everyone's like, I need more hours in the day, or if I just had more time. You don't need more time. God has given you all of the time that you need. Now, if this sounds like something that resonates with you, if this sounds like you'd be a good fit, at least $25,000 a month and beyond, even over $300K a month, whether you're doing $500K a month, $600K a month, we can help you remove that stress and that pressure. Apply and book a call. Now, you're going to do this on the page that you're on right now, which is this. And you're just going to click apply and book a call. If you probably already checked out all the information on this page. So we got testimonials. You also check out my Instagram for more results and testimonials there. So you click apply now, apply and book a call. Fill out the application accurately. We want to be able to help you to our greatest ability, and we can only do that if we really know the stage that you're in. So don't be afraid to answer the questions. They're very basic, but answer it honestly, book your call, and we'll send you the pricing information once that call is booked. It'll be automatically sent to you. And then from there, you'll have some information to prepare for the call coming up, and I'll be speaking to you directly. So I look forward to speaking to you soon, helping you remove all of that pressure, remove that stress, scale to the next level, and regain your clarity and your peace. I look forward to speaking to you soon.